मम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. So we are continuing with our study discussion of Śaraṇāgati, and we've come to the third section of Śaraṇāgati, Goptritre Varan, embracing the Lord's guardianship. And we are going to, so we're just beginning this section. And this is a very important song, very dear to our Gurudev. And it will be nice if we will also play a recording here. So I have it up here. So I'm gonna play here so we can follow along.
Ki jani ki bole tomaro dhamete hoinu Śaraṇāgata. Ki jani ki bole tomaro dhamete hoinu Śaraṇāgata. Tumi doyamoy potito pavono potito tarone rata. Tumi doyamoy potito pavon potito tarone rata. ভরসায় আমার এই মাত্র নাথ তুমি তো করুণাময়। ভরসায় আমার এই মাত্র নাথ তুমি তো করুণাময়। তব দয়া পাত্র নাহি মোর সময় অবশ্য ঘুচাবে ভয়। তব দয়া পাত্র নাহি মোর সময় অবশ্য ঘুচাবে ভয়। আমারে তারিতে করহ শকতি অবনি ভিতরে নাহি। আমারে তারিতে কর শকতি অবনি ভিতরে নাহি। দয়াল ঠাকুর ঘোষণা তোমার অধম পামরে ত্রাহি। দয়াল ঠাকুর ঘোষণা তোমার অধম পামরে ত্রাহি। সকল ছাদিয়া আসিয়াছি আমি তোমার চরণে নাথ। সকল ছাড়িয়া আসিয়াছি আমি তোমার চরণে নাথ। আমি নিত্য দাস তুমি পলাইতা তুমি গুপ্ত জগন্নাথ। আমি নিত্য দাস তুমি পলাইতা তুমি গুপ্ত জগন্নাথ। তোমার সকল আমি মাত্র দাস আমার তারিবে তুমি। তোমার সকল আমি মাত্র দাস আমারে তারিবে তুমি। তোমার চরণ করিন বরণ তোমার চরণ করিন বরণ কমিন চরণ করিন বরণ আমার নাহি তো আমি। তোমার চরণ করিন বরণ আমার নাহি তো আমি। ঠাকুর ভক্তি বিনোদ খাদিয়া শরণ ভক্তি বিনোদ খাদিয়া শরণ। ঠাকুর ভক্তি বিনোদ খাদিয়া শরণ ভক্তি বিনোদ খাদিয়া শরণ। হয়েছে তোমার পায় হয়েছে তোমার পায়। ক্ষমি অপরাধ নামে রুচি দিয়া তুমি অপরাধ নামে রুচি দিয়া পালন করো হে তাই পালন করো হে তাই। ক্ষমি অপরাধ নামে রুচি দিয়া পালন করো হে তাই। ক্ষমি
All right. Well, I should have prepared better and brought up a recording of our Gurudev chanting, but maybe another time we can play because we have several recordings of Gurudev chanting this. But for now, this was very nice. Well then, Suvasini, do you want to lead us in the reading of this song?
Okay, Didi. Yeah. की जाने की भले तोमार धामे ते हायुनो शरणागता तुमी दयामया पतित पावन पतित तारणे रथा. I do not know by what force I have taken shelter within your abode. You are the merciful savior of the fallen who is ever engaged in delivering them. This is a short commentary here by Srila Guru Maharaj. Ki jani ki bhale. I do not know by what force. Krishna explains to Uddhava in Bhagavatam, Idrichaya thadav jata shraddastu ya puman na nirvinno nati shakto bhakti yogosya siddhidaha. One who is neither excessively averse nor excessively attached to mundane existence, and who, by some good fortune, develops faith in narrations about me, his practice of bhakti yoga results in perfection. Barasa Amar e matra nata tumita karunamaya tava daya patra nahi mora sama avasya guchabe bhaya. O Lord, you are merciful. This is my sole hope. There is no candidate for your mercy like me. Certainly you will dispel all fear. Okay. This again a commentary here. Tava Daya Patra, candidate for your mercy. In his Sri Shrotra Ratna, Sri Yamunacharya prays, Namrisha Paramatam eva me Shrinu Vijnapanam ekam aghataha yadi me na dayishyase tada dayaniyastava nata durlabha. O Lord, please listen as I make before you this one petition, which is not false but sincere. If you do not bestow your mercy upon me, it will be extremely difficult for you. Okay.
It seems like the screen is because you're missing out some of the words at the end. Is the screen cut off for you for some reason, Didi?
I can't see probably the end of the,
That's strange. I don't know why.
Okay, now it's okay. It's actually, yeah.
Are you looking at the screen shares?
Yes, I'm looking at the screen share. Yeah, now it's okay. I
That's
think
okay.
now it's, yeah, it has come to more to the center. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Didi. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This is the sloka by Yamunacharya. He prays, "O Lord, please listen as I make before you this one petition, which is not false, but utterly sincere. If you do not bestow your mercy upon me, it will be extremely difficult for you to find a more befitting recipient of your mercy." Okay. So the next verse. Amare tharite kaharo shakati avani bhitare nahi. Dayala Thakura Goshana
What happened to Savasana? Did she drop out of the meeting? Oh, welcome Gangalila Axel. What, we lost Suvasani? Oh no. Or am I the one who went out of the meeting? Can you see me? Okay, Kirtita's waving back. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Suvasani. Okay, she's back. Without her sound or camera.
Yeah, suddenly there's something happened. I don't know. Oh, it's now okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just reading, continuing. Amare tharite kaharo shakati avani bitare nahi. Dayala Thakura Goshana Tomara Adhama Pamare Trahi. There is no one on earth who has the power to deliver me, O merciful Lord. It is your declaration that you deliver the lowest, most sinful persons. This commentary here, Goshana Tomara, your declaration. This is described in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita until Leela, wherein Sriman Mahaprabhu says to Srila Sanatana Goswami Prabhu, Dhinere adhika daya kare Bhagavan. The Supreme Lord bestows greater mercy upon the destitute. Okay. Okay. Sakala chadiya asiyachi ami tomara charane nata. Ami Nityadas Tumi Palayita Tumi Gopta Jagannatha. Abandoning everything, I have come to your feet, O Lord. I am your eternal servant, and you are my maintainer and protector, O Lord of the universe. Tomara Sakala Ami Matradas Amare Tharibe Tumi Tomara Charana Karinu Varana Amara Nahita Ami. Everything is yours. I'm only a servant. Certainly you will deliver me. I have embraced your feet and no longer belong to myself. A commentary here. Amara Nahita Ami. I no longer belong to myself. The result of this type of wholesale surrender is described by Krishna to Uddhava and Srimad Bhagavatam. Mayatma bhuyaya cha kalpate vai. The surrendered soul becomes fit to associate with me. He awakens to his divine form like
I don't know what's happening. She dropped out again. I'll pick up from here. So the surrendered soul becomes fit to associate with me. He awakens to his divine form like my own. And then coming on to the next verse. Baka TV node Kadiya Shada Loya Chitomara Pai Komiyapada Nameruchidiya Palana Korohitai. Crying Bhaktivinoda has taken shelter at your feet, forgiving his offenses and granting him taste for your name. Please maintain him. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj has a commentary on this line. Komi apara palana korohitai. Forgiving his offenses, please maintain him. Forgiving their offenses and granting them taste for the Lord, for the name, is the Lord's maintenance of his devotees. So that's the end of that song. Well, some very beautiful expressions here. Does anyone feel inspired to share any thoughts, any reflections on this song? This is a song that we sing often in our temples, and it was one that our Gurudev, actually Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he used to request our Gurudev to sing the song, particularly at big public programs. This song and the other one was Emana Dormati. These two, Srila Sridhar Maharaj would repeatedly request our Gurudev to sing at, on big festival days. And our Gurudev made the comment that he said, Guru Maharaj wanted me to reflect on my own position, right? Both of these songs are expressing this very humble mood of Śaraṇāgati and feeling the need of the Lord's connection, coming to the shelter of the Lord and Sri Guru. That is being expressed here. Gangalila has her hand raised.
Dhanavad. I'm just, you asked if something was
Yes,
there to share. Yes, so I am moved by I no longer belong to myself. I think I'm hearing that with maybe other ears, like I would have heard that before. So that strikes a chord somewhere deep in there. So that was beautiful. That's very poetic, and I hope that can stay with me for a little longer. And the ocean says hello.
Hello, ocean. Yeah, that's probably the most poignant line in the song, and it's actually more powerful in Bengali. It doesn't work quite as well in English, because the way that it's constructed, I'll show you. Where is that line? Amaranahi to Ami. So Amar means mine. So yeah, I am no longer mine, like something like that, No, Ami is I, Nahi, like not, I am no longer mine, something like that, in the Bengali, it's much more, it comes across in more of a powerful way. And there's so much in there, right? There's this sweetness in there that, like it's like there's this sense of relief, right? That, I don't have to count on myself for everything, right? I'm not the only one looking out for myself, but I have a loving guardian, right? I have a loving guardian who is caring for me more than I could ever care for my own self, right? And Srila Sridhar Maharaj made this comment. This is what is so wonderful about the word home, right? And the concept of home. And he describes home as that place where we don't have to think about ourselves, because everyone there thinks about us more than we could ever possibly think about ourselves, right? This is what is so wonderful about home, right? When you go to home, everyone wants to feed you and clothe you and bathe you and take care of you in so many ways. You don't have to think about yourself anymore, right? So this is our relationship with the Lord and our true spiritual motherland, I'd say. And I also liked what you said, that you may have heard that with different ears before, because we could say, right, from more of a material perspective, you may say, well, hang on, I don't want to belong to anyone else, right? I'm like it's, I'm in charge, I'm in control. And I own me and everything connected with me, right? But the more that we come into the plane of Śaraṇāgati, surrender, the more we will really feel the sweetness of this way of living and this approach. But yeah, very nice point you brought out there, Gangalila. Anyone else want to bring up anything that perhaps struck them especially, or any reflections that came up? Subhasini Didi, please share something with our group.
Yeah, this point that, like, our only hope is his mercy. Where is that line? That is my only hope.
Badasha Ammar. This line.
Yeah, Tumito Karunamaya. And also so there is, that is our hope, because he's merciful. And the mercy means it should reach the lowest, it is, that is mercy. Who is, the mercy can reach who is the lowest person, lowest one. So that is actually mercy. So, and that is beautiful here. There is no candidate for mercy like me. And that is, so that is our hope. The Lord is merciful. And so, and we are the lowest, and then, he is merciful. So that is beautiful. And that is our hope. You're not
most in need.
It is not the candidate. It's not like our qualifications or whatever we have. It is not that. No, we are bereft of anything. And so that is, it's a good candidate for his mercy, because that's the lowest. Like also, we see that in the example of Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu delivering Jagai and Madai, right? So Nityananda Prabhu felt if these sinners, the lowest of the people, if they can be delivered, then everybody will know about the mercy of the Lord, right? So that is our hope, that he is merciful to the Lord. And there's also the beautiful verse of Sri Yamunacharya here. That is also very nice. Yeah.
It'd be hard for you to find someone more deserving of your mercy.
Yeah, this is very beautiful expression here. I found.
Very nice.
And also at the end, where like Guru Maharaj says about this, the last verse is, giving the taste for the holy name. That is,
Oh, did she drop out again? Oh my goodness. Something's going on with her internet connection. Yes, he's referring to this. I think she was referring to this line. That this is kind of a revolutionary conception of what is protection, right? It is not mundane protection in this world, but it is real protection is referring to the plane of consciousness, right? Having a clean consciousness and a consciousness that can appreciate the holy name, that can relish the holy name. This is real mercy. If we are receiving some inspiration in this line, that is real protection. That is real mercy. Well, I'll go. There are a few other points I wanted to bring up as well. Let's see. Here's Suvasini again. This is very beautiful, this line. The first verse always really touches me, right? Because there's this feeling of helplessness here, and I don't, I I have no credit, right? Even it's not even that I came to choose you, that I had the strength of mind to come and take shelter of you, but you came after me, right? So at no point can I take any credit for myself, right? You're always searching after the fallen souls, right? This is part of the Lord's mercy program, that he's hunting down. The Lord is literally hunting down the fallen souls, trying to help them, right? Sometimes coming himself and sometimes sending his agents. So otherwise, how could I have had such a fortune? How could I have come to your shelter? It is only by your grace. That is also by your grace, right? And this is also an interesting point here. Something to think about. this is a verse in Bhagavatam, one who is neither excessively averse nor excessively attached to mundane existence. Like they will make good progress, right? Because neither of these things are helpful, right? It is obviously to be overly attached to the mundane, that is not helpful. But it may be surprising for some to hear, oh, to be overly detached, that is also not helpful. But that is the case, right? Because actually the Lord, he doesn't need either our material attachment or material detachment. He's only interested in one thing, that is devotion. And so if someone is coming with some prejudice of being overly for or against the mundane plane, then it can, you know, they can both be problematic, right? And this idea, we could say, is also related to this expression in Upadeshamrita, right? This niyamagraha, to be overly attached to the rules or to be overly detached from the rules, right? But the real point in the practice of devotion is seeing how everything is connected to Krishna. And so if someone is coming with something, you know, just like some normal mix, let's say, of attachment and detachment, then they're in a good position, pretty much in a good position to understand the superiority of devotion. But if they're too extreme on one or the other side, then that can become problematic, right? Because they're seeing things through this filter, through this lens. Actually, it's not that anything in this world is bad. The whole point is that, you know, like wealth, if we take the example of wealth, it is not that money is bad, but the idea is that we want to engage it in the service of the Lord. Then it is a wonderful thing. It is Lakshmi Devi, right? Wealth is an expression of the goddess of fortune. She is a servant of the Lord. I heard from Bimala, you know, we hear this, our Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, he many times used this expression, right? Can we hear these three things, which are three of the main obstacles that we'll face, right? Kanak, Kamini, Pratishta. Kanak, wealth, Kamini, sense pleasure, and Pratishta, name and fame, right? And we're told, right, that what we have to do is simply put all these things in their proper place, right? So all recognize that all wealth belongs to Lord Vishnu, Narayan. All sense pleasure, that is Krishna's property. And Pratishta, name and fame, that belongs to Guru. And we hear of that occasion, right, where Saraswati Thakur was speaking on this point, and someone in the audience was puzzled and said, oh, well then, where does that leave us? What about us? What's our position? And Saraswati Thakur, he simply said, you have no position. You know, actually, our wealth is on the negative side, right? This is positive negativity. Just like we're hearing about mercy, right? Our disqualification is our qualification. Our helplessness is our qualification here. Everything's the other way, right? But anyhow, so this point, right, about wealth, all wealth belongs to Narayan. And I heard from Bimala Didi, very wonderful devotee in USA, originally from Brazil, and she I heard her once giving this, and you know, Bimala, she's done so much collection for our temple in America and for Gurudev. And I got to hear her explaining, and she's so careful. Like she actually comes from a wealthy family, wealthy Brazilian family. But any money that she gets, she gives it all for the service. And to the point where she won't even buy a bottle of water. You know, I've been out with her before. We were out like doing Harinam Sankirtan, and we all had to wait for her because she goes to get the free water from Starbucks. And she was like lining up, and she had like her old bottle. She was getting refilled for free at Star. And I think it's just the tap water as well. I don't think they're giving like, you know, proper drinking water, but there was like a line and we all had to wait for her. You know, she won't just go buy a bottle of water somewhere. Like that's how strict she is. And like she talks the talk and she walks the walk. And so I got to hear her once explaining to some newcomers this principle about wealth. And she was repeating something she heard our Gurudev explain, but she was explaining it with so much realization. You know, and it made such a strong impression on me. It was a few years ago in Texas. And she was saying that, you know, Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of wealth, she is a servant of Narayan, right? She is the beloved consort of Narayan, and she likes to serve Narayan. So she likes to use her wealth in the service of Vishnu, right, or Krishna. And she won't be so happy if you use her for other things, right? Is actually, the more we develop, the more we realize how personal everything is, right? The more evolved our vision becomes, the more we will realize how personal everything. So money, that's also personal. Money is connected to Lakshmi Devi. It's an expression of the goddess of fortune, right? She has her conscious existence, and she likes to serve Vishnu. So we should fulfill her desire. She has the right. So in this way, right, when we have proper vision, then we'll see that, you know, everything has a relationship with the Lord. It's not that money is evil, right? The problem is that money gets used so often for lower purposes, right? And it becomes a means of degradation, exploitation, etc. But actually, if wealth is being used according to its real purpose, it is a wonderful thing. There's nothing to be afraid of, nothing to run away from, right? But nirbandha, Krishna, what is it? Anasaktasya vishayam yatarham upayunjata. Nirbandha Krishna sambande yukta vairagyam uchate. Right? To see everything in relationship with Krishna. This is yukta vairagya, right? Properly adjusted renunciation, or renunciation in devotion. This is our principle. So this is quite a deep point, you know, which is being mentioned here. Let's see. And Suvasini Didi mentioned this point here very nicely. There, you know, there's this line of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, it's in Subjective Evolution of Consciousness, where he says that we have to prove to the Lord that we are the most needy, that we are the most in need of his mercy. Like, that's what we have to set out to prove. And I feel in this song, you know, this is what's being presented, right? There's no one on earth who has the power to deliver me. Oh Lord, it is your declaration that you deliver the lowest, most sinful persons. And this line is very hopeful. Dinere adiktoya kore Bhagavan. The Supreme Lord bestows greater mercy upon the destitutes. We get special attention. Very hopeful expression. Brahmananda Prabhu has his hand raised. Yes, Prabhu.
So how to develop that kind of attitude? Gurudev said, see, it's easy to say, easy to hear, but very hard to.
You know, there's this very nice verse at the beginning of Prapana Jivanamrita, where Srila Sridhar Maharaj says that, you know, how is it that he says it? That by discussing Śaraṇāgati, this word alochana, I recall, is used, that by discussing Śaraṇāgati, then the desire for Śaraṇāgati will arise within our hearts. And so by hearing and discussing these topics, some lulyam, some hunger will begin to arise within us, right? And so I would say what we're doing right now, this is a good beginning. This is a good beginning. That we are exposing ourselves to this purifying stream, right? That's what we're hearing from right now. That is what the Śaraṇāgati is. It is a purifying stream of reality that can cleanse our mental system, right? Can wash over our consciousness and clear all the mental mushrooms, as you mentioned yesterday. All these, they have no firm rooting in our soil, right? And this is also our hope, right? That what we're hearing about, like we're being educated in the nature of our own heart and our own soul, right? This isn't some external thing. This isn't some outside body of knowledge that we have to like learn, and it's all just, you know, starting completely from scratch. Like actually, this is the nature of our own heart, right? And because we're covered by these layers of conditioning, we need a little help. But ultimately, it will be something intuitive and natural, right? So now we're going through this purification, these layers are being removed, but ultimately it will be a natural expression of the heart, right? So what can we do, right? We are just going on day by day, continuing with our program, hearing Shravan, Kirtan, Sadhu Sangha, right? Association. And slowly, slowly, you know, we will make small, minute degrees of progress. And it may take many, many lifetimes, but that's okay. It is a goal that is worth waiting for and striving for lifetime after lifetime. So we go on. And these, you know, these literatures are so precious and so valuable. They're like lighthouses, these expressions. They're showing us what is the heart of the pure souls. What is the heart? And our Gurudev makes this comment, right, about these songs. Like Bhakti Vinod is telling us, like, what is the real need of our own soul, right? These are actually he's expressing what is our expression, right? But we're not conscious of that right now. But if we were really aware of our condition, this would be our expression. So Bhakti Vinod is giving us this awareness, this clarity. And when we, with some faith, go on hearing and meditating on these expressions, we will start to feel the truth of them, the value of them within our own hearts, right? This is the idea. Well, Suvasini Didi, you got cut off again. I think you were going to say something about this last verse. Or was there something else you wanted to say?
No, that is all that, you know, granting the taste for the holy name. Probably you covered it, I think, when I rejoined, probably we're talking about it. I think
mentioned it briefly. But
yeah, that's the taste for the, like I was also remembering, like, you know, Mahaprabhu in Sikshashtagam saying that, you know, like this verse, second word, Nam Akari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti. And that Trapita Nimita Smarane Nakalaha, Hetadashi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mama Pidur Devam Medishami Hanjan. Nanura, I don't have a taste for the holy name, right? He says, like, you know, from your side, you have given so much, you know, you have not, you know, there is no rules and regulations for chanting the holy name. You can chant, there's no niyama, there is, you know, like no rules, but from your side, you have given magnanimously so much, but my misfortune is that I don't have a taste for the holy name, right? He says, but but then Guru Maharaj, you know, an illumination of that verse, you know, very beautifully, you know, it is very beautiful, that illumination was, it's like he's saying, although we don't have like the minimum deposit to receive a grant, still it's not a hopeless case. It's like the very nature of this realization that, we don't have that, we are bereft of, will take you to the concept, to humility. That is probably what is needed also, it's just like we don't, okay. I thought suddenly again it's bad.
No.
So that was, even that is not there, but still that, when we realize that, we need it, but we are, empty. We don't have that, when we have that realization, that is a very favorable thing for our, practice.
The realization that we are not qualified is what actually makes us qualified.
Qualified, yes. Yeah. Guru Maharaj, that gives a very nice explanation there. That works. Yeah. Didi, I think that there's a chat I saw. There was a question that's, I think, Tungarasa, is it?
Oh, is there something in the chat here?
Yeah.
Amara Nahito Ami. Does it mean to give up our free will? Surrender our own free will? Well, I mean, I don't know. Tungarasa, do you want to elaborate on your question? What are you thinking? Or maybe she's working, she can't. I mean, it's not that we lose our free will. It is more of a transfer of ownership.
Merging with the interest of the Lord, right? It is like our interest merging with the interest of.
That's a good way of putting it. And there's that other line of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, right, where he says, Bhaktivinoda Tomar ichai mor ichami shaila Bhaktivinoda aj apane bulila, right? That now your desires have merged with my desires. My desires have merged with your desires. And today Bhaktivinoda has forgotten himself. This is in another song, right, of Śaraṇāgati. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj refers to that as describing the principle of die to live. But yeah, I mean, that's a very nice way of putting it, I would say, Suvasnidhi, to realize that our interest is one with the Lord's interest, right? That our interest is fully represented within the Lord's interest. Not that there will be a calculation about that, but that is the case, right? So, I mean, it is, I think one word which we have to remember, kind of highlight and bold here is love. You know, when we offer ourselves to someone in love, then, that changes everything. You're choosing to give yourself to someone, right? In love, with your free will. You're willingly, lovingly becoming someone's slave, right? You still have your free will. You haven't lost your free will. Shama Gopa has his hand raised.
Yeah, I was actually just reading recently in Revealed Truth, where Srila Govinda Maharaj does say, love is not possible without free will.
Yes, very nice. Yeah, that's the word that I feel like is missing here. And this is why free will is so important, because Krishna is interested in love. His program is love. His plan and program, his agenda. It's just LOVE in capital bold letters. That's what it's all about. And so there's this recognition, right? The surrendered soul realizes this. Oh, this is such a, there's a beautiful, it's one of my favorite all-time quotes of Saraswati. Let me read that. I think this is the real answer to the question here. The all love. This is beautiful quote of Saraswati Thakur. Here it is. I'm going to read this. The transcendental mediator, or Sri Gurudev, is a loving agent of the all love. So God, or Krishna, is being referred to as the all love in this quote. The transcendental mediator, or Sri Gurudev, is a loving agent of the all love, and so will be kind to us who are seeking for a tie of love with the all love. This embodiment of love will gradually lead our loving mood to that one who is the fountainhead and mainstay of all aspects of eternal love. This messenger is the pioneer leader of love, the courier of the all love, the establisher of all relations of divine love, and the regulator and modifier of all our non-loving principles. Isn't that wonderful? It's one of my all-time favorites.
Where is that quote, Didi? Where is actually is there?
Where is it? I don't know. I've saved it. I'll put it in our WhatsApp chat.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Okay.
In our WhatsApp chat. So
Yes.
I think in this Amara Nahi to Ami, I no longer belong to myself. There's this realization, right, that this, this mood of surrender will, and there's so much that's tied up in, like, behind this expression. There are so many, there's so many layers behind that, right? Confidence in the Lord's protection, that's where Bob Marley got it from. Galina says, does he have a song like that?
The Beatles got it from too.
The Beatles.
Love is all you need.
Love is all you need.
Yeah, this about love, the all love you were saying before.
He has that expression.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So let's take the example of a child, right, in their relationship with their mother, right? Like embracing the protection, embracing the guardianship of the mother, putting faith in the protection of the mother, and saying, oh, I recognize that you know me better than I know me. You know what's good for me better than what I think is good for me. So I'm putting my full faith in you, and I have confidence you're going to protect me. And I'm going to humbly defer to whatever your preference is. And I'm going to reject everything that's unfavorable for my relationship and my progress. I'm going to accept everything that is favorable, right, for my development according to your version, right? It's all about love, actually. It's all about love. So there's this, there's this faith, there's a deep trust that's being expressed here. Now I belong to you. Scarlett's asking, what page are we on Śaraṇāgati? I don't know where we are right now. Are we still on Śaraṇāgati? We are on page 125, you could say. We just finished going through this first song of Bhokti Chevaranam. But yeah, I mean, Krishna Kanta actually, she wrote this really beautiful thing. I saved it. I really liked it. Where is it? She published it on her Facebook the other day. It was an automated translation, because originally in Italian. But this is what it was. Sometimes we feel overwhelmed, even oppressed by forces that are beyond our control. But our spiritual practice helps us to remember that the power that controls is itself of inconceivable beauty. And this is what we surrender to. So, in other words, let's put it like this. Sometimes the mother may express her love with the slap. But that's coming from a place of love, right? You know, actually, the more that we develop in our vision and our faith, the more we'll see that at every step along the way, you know, we are approaching the all love, right? We are experiencing the all love. And sometimes that love may be expressed as correction, right? Even the whole mechanism of karma, that is actually an expression of love. Karma is like, oh, you turned away from your love, from your beloved, and you're trying to live an unhappy life of selfishness. You're living an independent life of exploitation. Then you have to take responsibility for all your non-loving tendencies, all your exploitative tendencies. Take responsibility and realize that's not your true home. And come back home. That's what karma is, right? Everything's coming from a very deep place of love. And the more our vision develops, the more we'll see that in a tangible way, right? In a clear and not in an in the beginning, it will be an abstract theory. That the more our faith develops, the more it will become a tangible reality. And when that beautiful quote of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, we are not victims of a chaotic environment, right? But there's perfect order, there's rhyme, there's reason, all cosmos, no chaos. When, as our faith develops, we will see that and feel that more and more and more. All right. Well, anyone else want to share any final words? Should we close here for today? Any last words?
Śaraṇāgati, I heard
Yes,
Guru Maharaj say designed and destined. So I don't know, I sometimes wonder, see. So if we are, what's our role if we are designed and destined?
If we are designed and destined.
Yeah. Yeah, I was listening to Param Guru Maharaj lecture. He said we are like an animal, or we are owned. We are like a cat, dog, or cow. So we are owned. We are, I understand, we are process of anartha, nivritti, different levels.
Well, maybe we'll save this for our next Q&A. Sounds like a good topic.
Okay. No, thank you. It was very nice. You explained very nicely. This Śaraṇāgati.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Jai Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Idhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Thakur ki Jai. Shri Jai. 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 All the assembled devotees, sincere seekers ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Jai Gaur Premanande.
Shraddha Didi ki Jai. Jai.
Jai. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you all next time.
Thank you, Subhashini Didi. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And down the butts.